So what's going on, Mark?
Oh, not much. I've just been working since I graduated from the grooming program and learning a lot from my fellow groomers and my boss, my coworkers. So yeah, it's been a really great experience.
I think, you got a good
very
team
lucky.
here that you could learn a lot from too. I saw some of the haircuts you put up too. Is the Kerry Blue yours?
No, that's so my mentor was Nancy Hahn.
Oh, okay.
Logo and Kumi over at Doc's Best Friend
Yeah.
company. So I worked for them for a few years, and that's where I gained my master's certification.
Okay.
So I maintained those connections throughout the years. So I get dogs from her that she's bred.
Damn, it's such a weird coincidence. Yeah, Nancy's the best too. So you worked with her?
I did.
So you worked with I too, and
Yeah.
okay, Tomoko's really cool too. Yeah. We were just there for their Kerry Blue seminar that they have every year.
Every year on
We were
St.
there.
Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I think our team got to go. I didn't get to go, but we've learned so much too from them too. So that's technically how I learned too from them, like going to them because there was no schools that would teach the stuff, and then you actually learn so much right here, Mark. That's what I tell students to find places like this.
The school prepares you for what you need to be confident, and I think when you come back, then you really start to learn from people who've been in the industry for a long time, and just there's so much patience from folks. I just am very grateful.
It really helps having people come to you that are equally as patient and not wanting to rush their process in learning, because it really does take years and years to master everything from handling. That's a big part of it.
Oh yeah.
It's your energy with the dogs, and you can kind of find who's going to fit and who's going to not fit early by their energy. And I could tell Mark was just going to really thrive in this industry because of his industry, or his energy.
Yeah, I knew that from the beginning too, Mark. You're going to be really good. Like, you're very patient. Not too many people are. And myself, I know when I started, I was not patient. And I learned a lot of things the hard way, and I had to slow it down. And then when people would come and learn, that's why we started the school. I was like, there's a lot of people who start without knowing much, and then a lot of dogs get put at risk. And I think I made some mistakes that could have been prevented if I had the proper training. But it's
yeah. And I was in a professional school, swimming school, and I made some big mistakes.
Yeah,
but luckily it didn't keep me back from learning more.
Yeah, and that's what makes you good, like learning from your mistakes and then keep trying to do better.
I wish I had found grooming earlier in my career, honestly, but I think being a little older coming into it, I think I'm just more ready. Like I know that this is what I want to do, so I'm just really grateful to have the opportunity to learn and do something I really love.
I think it works out for both of them. I mean, I just met you, Gina, but I know it seems like you've always said nice things about working here, and I know knowing Mark, like he's a really nice guy too. And you interacted more with Manny and Gabby and everybody else. I don't think we worked that much together, but I see that the very few times I knew
I still remember
really,
your
really good
nail trimming tips.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the grinding and how to hold the Dremel. Like a pencil. Hi.
I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very happy for you, Mark.
Thank you.
I think
Can't wait to see.
That Mark went to the bathing school, the bathing program first.
Yeah.
And he sought out somewhere to work and apply those skills firsthand. He was very vocal about, I'm not sure if I want to do this. I just want to see if this is what I really want to do.
Yeah.
And he had some hesitation after a while.
I was nervous about the grooming part of it.
And we just kept encouraging him because we knew he had it in him to do it. And he told us, about a year of working here that he was going to go back to the grooming school. And when he came back, his confidence was just night and day. Like, Mark came back, he's a full-on groomer.
Yeah.
He can do all the work that we do.
Beginner groomer.
He's excellent. He is more equipped in his skill and knowledge than any other person that I've had come in here with the amount of knowledge that he came with.
I think that's good to hear. I think that all has to do a lot because you actually did the bather and then you came here and worked for a long time to get your handling skills because that's the hardest thing to learn.
Yeah.
And I wish people would do the same thing.
Yeah, it was important for me to take a break between. I know a lot of people don't have the luxury of breaking up the programs, but I think if you can, it's a really effective way of doing it.
It was very beneficial. Think.
That's awesome. Well, What do you got going on right now, Mark? How many dogs?
So we have, I did a dog this morning, grooming dog, and now I'm doing baiting. I have 2 dogs in there that are in the process of being dried. Yeah.
Yeah, my parents have a little Kerry Blue Terrier, and he's an oopsie from Bill. And he's half wire fox, half Kerry Blue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's in the back.
What does he look like? Let me see.
He's really sweet, yeah.
Carrie and Wire Fox?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, this
Gotta look cool.
is Pino.
One of the dogs.
Hi, Pino.
Hey, buddy. Oh, he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
You know? But he has. Oh yeah, I could see that.
But like, yeah, he was in pretty rough shape. Do you want us to take him
No,
out?
yeah, it's up to you if you're done or.
Yeah, cute eyes, right?
Yeah, he looks really. You did the haircut? You did the haircut? Wow. You really did a really nice job with the head.
Okay.
Gina, like I said,
Can we put him here so we can take a picture?
yeah, Gina lets me step by step kind of assesses everything.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So a couple of our
Into the right place,
clients
Mark.
are
Also,
designers
sometimes
and
do like
artists.
do halves and then like a match
so they
for
helped
half,
me,
Yeah.
which I think is
as
super.
well. We just had to do last summer.
That's the best type.
What, Pino?
And then my Brandies are my personal dogs.
Bathing? Do you have like a bathing?
No,
monthly?
we're working on the curriculums that we have for the students. So we made it so that when people graduate, they have a lot of them that go work somewhere where they're not going to have like the help that Mark has here. Like they get to see like, hey, I had a struggle with this matted dog. What can I do? So we try to upload difficult dogs, and then there's dogs that sometimes I work with that for a student they move a lot, but they won't move as much. So the people are like, hey, do it with a dog that moves a lot. I tried to explain like this dog moves a lot, so like little tips and tricks that we could add, and that's why Anne was there to make a video, so we could add advanced videos and then techniques that might help, like
So
little.
kind of like Groomhouse, but strictly for your school students.
Yeah, what Groomhouse does, they do a lot of advanced haircuts too,
Yeah.
but ours is mainly focused on like how would you trim this leg here, and I'll say like, well, there's maybe 5 different ways that you could do it. This is one way, this is another way, this is another way, because some dogs jump, some move, some sit.
I see.
Different size dogs. So it's going to take a while before we have a really big library, but as we get requests, we'll try to put them up.
It's great that you can be responsive to what folks want to know.
Well, most of them are always similar stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like if I do one leg, they'll be like, oh, and I'll do the other leg, and it just depends on if you're right-handed. You know, there's the weak side. So you're going to start competing
Yeah.
with what? What are you going to compete with?
Standard poodle.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
got one from Ann yet or not yet?
Not yet. I actually own Connie Corso. So I'm borrowing one
Oh, okay.
from a client.
Nice.
And she's allowing me to take her out to date as soon as we can and work on her.
That's very cool.
Michaela's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes,
you.
I like aspire to be like half of a groomer as her.
Yeah.
I started
What?
well, I started at PetSmart, but when I started getting good, that's when I came to
Very nice.
How did you know you wanted to not do vet tech and move into grooming?
Oh yeah, so that is a good point. I actually left here to become a vet tech because that was something I was interested in, and I think just working it kind of made me realize I was like, yeah, this is not what I want to do. I miss grooming, and it really made me miss grooming, I think. And I would do sedated grooms here and there, but they're shaved down to the 40. Like they're all like
Yeah.
terribly like pelted, matting. Like groomers send them to us, so that's kind of what I was doing, and I was like, I don't really want to do this anymore. I mean, blood work's fun, vaccines are fun, like working with them's fun, puppy appointments are fun, but there's also a lot of dark sides in vet med that a lot of people don't talk about. And I don't know, I like grooming a lot better. And once I realized I wanted to come back, I was like, okay,
There you go.
time to come back. But yeah, I think working it really made me realize, like, oh, I was already in my calling.
Yeah. Well, you're going to start competing. That's awesome too.
Yeah.
You're going to be in Pasadena competing or Super Zoos? Have you signed up for any of those yet?
Not yet. I'm gonna probably do 2025 Pasadena, but I am doing Lodi this year.
Oh, you're going to do the one in June?
Yeah.
Nice. We'll be there. Cheer you up.
Oh, thank
Cheer on you.
I'll be there too. I'm
Yeah.
excited. Just to cheer. And Gina, you'll be there?
Yeah, I'm gonna compete.
You're competing too?
And
Yeah.
Alina, our other groomer.
Dang, I should sign up some of the girls at work too.
You should.
I know.
We're just
And
gonna
Nancy's
get
judging
really
this year,
fun.
right?
Nancy's judging.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, okay, I'll do it. Yeah.
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 Oh yeah. You want to talk a little bit about your shop so we can have something for later?
I don't know. Give me like a question or two,
All right.
and I can. That's kind of how I like got into this like entrepreneur side. Because I was actually I quit Nancy's to go back to school, so I was going to Napa Valley College, and grooming out of my house and doing house calls. But because of this dog that I groomed, Dougie, the Shih Tzu, I just had such a big following, and a lot of clients would come to me because of him. And they encouraged me to open my own shop. So I kind of chose that instead of pursuing a degree. And I've been here.
Is this was after or before Nancy?
After.
After. So you first started with Nancy.
Right.
How did you get a job
And I had
there?
been grooming for like, I don't know.
Where'd you start?
6 or 7 years. Actually at a local shop here in town. And ended up at Nancy's a few years later. Finished my master's certification and then quit grooming, went to school full time and just kind of groomed on the side out of my house. And I would go to houses throughout the Bay Area, San Francisco, Alamo, all over.
Yeah.
And then my clients were ready to follow me up to Humboldt, even though I told them I wasn't grooming anymore. So I quit school and pursued a shop, and we opened our first brick and mortar in Napa in 2019, and then we moved here in 2020, and it's just been a huge success.
Very cool. It's a really nice shop, and I tell people when you walk into a shop and it smells good right away. That's
It doesn't
nice.
smell like dogs.
Yeah.
That's like our number
that's
one.
Oh, what's the secret?
that was the first thing I.
Because there's no like separate room either.
I was
Yours
getting
has a
this-
separate room.
Yeah. And this is a good ventilation too, and then also like good cleaning. That's big. And so you started. So you groomed for a while, and you weren't planning on opening a shop when you started grooming. Is that what was that your initial?
Yeah, not really. I wanted to be a wildlife biologist.
Okay.
I liked being outdoors, and for me, in my like mid-20s, being inside all the time and seeing people busy walking around on the streets was a bit depressing for me. I just wanted to be out there in nature. So I just decided I'd pursue something else in the meantime.
Okay.
But it seemed like I was doing really good while I was seeing customers at my house, and just this natural entrepreneurship came out. So when my clients encouraged me to keep with it and pursue that, then
Now,
I did that.
2 questions for you then. One would be, when you opened your business, what was the hardest thing that you've had so far? That challenge that you had as a business owner?
When I opened my business, I had my first son was 3 months old, so that was hard.
Oh wow. He was just,
He was just born, yeah.
and then you opened.
And then I signed my first lease in
Oh, man.
Napa. Yeah. I just needed to get dogs out of my house and wanted that separation. So we opened the shop in Napa. And it was just like an internal struggle of that fight that I had to want to be with my son all the time and really wanting to grow my business. Both of those desires were just really big
It's hard.
fires inside of me. So finding that balance has always been a challenge.
Yeah.
Now I have 2 kids, and
you-
I manage a staff of 6 people, and so it's always a struggle having that home life balance. And
It's always something, right?
yeah,
Never ends. But it's worth it. Yeah. So so it was 2019, 2020, then COVID. Did that affect you a lot?
actually, COVID. I mean, yeah, it had its own negative impacts just because of the shutdowns, and everyone was just kind of, on edge extra.
Yeah.
It was just this huge new thing that everyone was experiencing together. But business-wise,
Yeah.
we grew exponentially during COVID.
During
It was a huge growth for us. Our sales more than doubled, and
During
it's
COVID?
just doubled every year.
Were you
so.
guys supposed to be closed down for a while or no? Did that? Because we opened one in
yeah.
2019, and that one was a roller coaster
so
for us.
March of 2020 is when we moved our stuff out of Napa and moved it here.
Oh, okay.
The week of the shutdown.
Oh, okay.
March 15th is when they shut down here
Yeah.
in Napa County and Solano County.
and we had a U-Haul loaded, and we moved everything into storage. And it was just kind of questionable. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Because we didn't have a space really.
You can come in.
Hi. You can come in. Yeah, because it was kind of questionable, right? We didn't necessarily have a storefront because this place was all under construction. So we moved all of our equipment into this empty kitchen that wasn't being used as a kitchen anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And we just kind of set up shop there.
Nice.
And worked for the remainder of 2019 and then or 2020, and then 2021 of May, we moved into this facility here.
Okay. Very cool. And last, well, actually, you've done a really good job. Everything looks, and I saw some products. I got to check them out before I go so I could take some for my
So
dogs.
another thing that has always been,
Oh, you got
really-
Green Tribe too.
pardon?
Green Tribe too. They're right by my house.
Yeah, so I feed raw to my dogs. I have been feeding raw for 10 years. So having a retail space and a seller's permit was always something I just kind of naturally wanted to do because I needed the discounts to feed my own dogs. Because raw feeding is
I'm the same,
a lot
but
of money.
Edmund's there too.
Right? So it's been great to really educate the clients on that part of it too. Everyone's really open to it, and it's just been great to build that kind of those connections in that side of my business as well.
Okay. The last one would be, I mean, you have Mark who went through the school. Everybody here, like PetSmart, right?
Yeah.
What do
A
you
lot of
recommend
PetSmart.
any new groomer that's going to start a career in grooming? What would be the right steps to take?
If you are not sure it's a career that you want to take, I would say talk to a local grooming business. See if you can get your foot in the door volunteering, if they have a bather position or even a front end position, reception or retail, just for you to kind of get your mind around the routine of what grooming is like.
Yeah.
And then from there, if it's something that you think you really want to pursue, reach out to a school or try to get that training one-on-one from a master.
That's what we put that top 5 would be like. The best ways to do it would be that, finding a place where they actually take the time to teach. I think that's the best way. If you have somebody that's going to teach you one-on-one, that's for sure, I think, the fastest and best way to do it. But not too many people take the time to do that. Their school or a place where you can start from zero and grow your way up. But yeah, I think everyone here working with you, very happy and very passionate. Very little that I've seen so far.
Yeah.
And throughout the years, I've worked with many groomers, and I could tell. And they're all lucky to be working with you, somebody that's going to be helping grow. I just saw that haircut that Mark did. That's really good.
Yeah,
Like
Pino. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
it's
Like,
really
it's
good.
just amazing.
And there's always the ones that are a little shy and like patient. They
Uh-huh.
do the best. And the ones that are trying to hurry up, you have to slow them down. But he's going to be really good.
Yeah,
I'm very
he is.
excited for Mark.
I'm excited for him too.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having us. There's some wipes for you guys that I have some
Thank you.
to wipe your dog's pads, whatever
Okay,
you guys could use them for
cool.
the shops. And we'll see you soon over there.